Kalalau Malaki Hawa, Wa Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha, Kwadash, and double honors to the elders of GMS Ruel. Blessings unto those men, and blessings and salutations to the Akim out there in truth, pushing his word in all sincerity and in honesty. With that being said, Shalom Israel Brakta. Today's lesson, the Carmanians shall fulfill prophecy. And here we have an RT.com article that says, Iran not going to get bogged down in talks, source. The response to a U.S. attack will be broad and unlimited, according to a defense official. Iran will not give in to U.S. blackmail over its nuclear program, an Iranian defense source told RT on Saturday. The official warned that any U.S. or Israeli attack on Iran would be met with a broad and unlimited response. The article continues to say the source said the U.S. is well aware of Iran's capability and determination to respond, and that President DT is buying time to try to force Iran to accept his terms by increasing military and political pressure. Iran is not going to get bogged down in a long and fruitless negotiation process, a negotiation where the prospect of lifting sanctions is weak, has no value for Iran, the source said. Now, when it comes to the Iranians, they are known in the scriptures as the Carmanians, and it is prophesied that they shall come with great power, and they shall fulfill prophecy. And according to this article, it stated that the official warned that any U.S. or Israeli attack on Iran will be met with a broad and unlimited response. With that being said, let's go over to 2nd Esdras 15 and 30. Second Esdras 15 and 30. Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. Right. The modern day Assyrian is Edom. And that portion of the land of the Assyrians that is speaking about America. The Carmanians represent the Iranian wild boars of Iran. The Iranians of today are the Persians, and it is prophesied that they shall come with great power. When it comes to Iran, they should not be underestimated. They have an enormous arsenal at their disposal. They shall come with great power. They have very sophisticated and accurate theater ballistic missiles with a range of 1,200 miles and tactical ballistic missiles, TBMs. They also possess cruise missiles and unmanned systems and drones. So they shall come with great power. This scripture of 2nd Esdras 15 and 30 has said that the Carmanians shall rage in wrath, and with great power shall they come. And when it comes to this American-Israeli versus Iranian tensions, they are extremely high. Now, if Iran was to get attacked or invaded by the West, that will automatically draw out the Russians to war. Right, because Russia has now provided an unprecedented level of military aid and technical support to Iran. So any attack on Iran will definitely draw out the Russians. So we are no longer living in the time of peace, but of war. Also, the time approaches when the allies of America shall betray them. Right, the 10 horns. Once they implement that CHIP of Revelation 13 and 16, that third world war cometh quickly. According to Revelation 11 and 14. Now, when it comes to Iran, they claim that they do not have arrows of mass destruction, but they do possess the know-how on how to make them. This also goes into that prophecy of let the weak say, I am strong. Let's go over to that scripture. Joel 3 and 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Now, when it comes to Iran, they claim that they do not have an arrow of mass destruction, but they do possess the know-how on how to make them, you see? So they have leveled out the playing field when it comes to that nuclear capability. Let the weak say, I am strong, pertains to those weaker and smaller nations that did not have nuclear capability at one point, but now they have the know-how on how to build them. But now those weaker and smaller nations are now confident in saying, I am strong, due to the fact that they now possess nuclear capability. And not only do they possess nuclear capability, but they are also backed up by other greater superpower nations. Iran is backed up by Russia. And Russia is a superpower nation. And when it comes to the scriptures, it also speaks of the making of these arrows of mass destruction by the modern day Smith. Let's go over to that scripture as well. Here we have Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. The Lord has created the smith. In ancient times, a smith or a blacksmith created primitive weapons of war, such as swords, daggers, shields, spears, and body armor. But when it comes to the modern day smith, aka that nuclear scientist or that nuclear engineer, he now creates sophisticated weapons of propulsion and of mass destruction. You see? So in that third world war to come, those arrows of mass destruction shall no longer be used as means of deterrence. They shall fly. The arrows shall be used to destroy the land that the small hats now inhabit, along with the land of Babylon the Great. And when it comes to Babylon the Great, upon the scriptures, it's in reference to America, that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. That instrument is that gift of the missile given unto Esau or Edom for the coming war of Armageddon. Hebrew word, Armageddon. The weaker nations have now leveled the playing field when it comes to the possession of nuclear capability. In order for righteousness to dwell upon the earth, first cometh the CHIP of Revelation 13:16, and then cometh the third world war of utter destruction. Much tribulation is coming to this earth. And when it comes to that CHIP, that grievous sore that shall come upon them that take it, meaning cancer, do not take it. That CHIP, do not take it. That destructive war to come shall be a different kind of war fought at the push of a button. At the push of a button, those destructive arrows of propulsion shall be launched from their respective silos and shall not miss, according to the scripture of 2 Esdras 16:13. Here we have that scripture of 2 Esdras 16:13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Right, into that western hemisphere. To America. The day cometh when these sharp arrows shall be shot into the ends of the world. The ends of the world is in reference to modern day Babylon the Great, which is America. And these 200 million missiles shall not miss, and neither shall they break their ranks in flight. These swords shall be bathed in heaven, and shall fall upon modern day Idumea. And Idumea is a Greek way of saying Edom, and represents modern day America. Babylon the Great shall become the lake of fire once those arrows are let loose, you see. Well, with that being said, Kalalau Malak Yahweh, Wa Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahak Wadash, and double honors to the elders of Jemas Ruel. Blessings unto those men, and blessings and salutations to the Akim out there in truth, pushing his word in all sincerity and honesty. With that being said, Shalom Israel, Barakatah. Shalom.